and he's got his little own little show. So I've got to keep regular updates on Facebook.
Nice.
Cool.
Good to go, Megan?
I'm good. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
I just pressed record and it told me I didn't have enough disk space.
Oh no!
I love it when that happens. Thankfully, the lovely Stuart gave us that really awesome thing in Mexico. With space on it right now. Anyway,
pretty handy.
We are recording. So if everyone is muted out, ready to go. Yeah, sweet. So thank you guys for coming on the call tonight. And I'm really, really excited to hear what you guys have been up to. I thought of a little thing last night to describe. You might want to steal this as your tagline. It's like, you know how they say you work hard, play hard. I think we're going to find out after we hear what you guys get up to make your business happen. It's probably the other way around. And I know from chatting to you, we've been really fortunate enough to chat to these guys a number of times, so socially around the world, I can say now, about, you know, what you guys do on a day-to-day basis to build your business is certainly work really hard. So we're just going to hand the floor over to you and hear all about your latest adventures that we see all over Facebook. And you can on, give us some insight into how you guys...
What we've been doing lately.
And there might be some new people too that don't know how you guys come together to be four. So maybe like a quick little insight for anyone who... Does anyone want to nod and agree that maybe perhaps don't... Yeah? So maybe just a little insight about how you guys come to be four, and then,
No worries. And then if anyone's got questions, just pop them in that box, because we're here to answer anyone's questions to do with marketing or anything as well.
So what I might do is monitor the questions, and we might ask them if there's anything kind of really relevant to what they're talking about at the time. I'll give it a shout. Otherwise, we'll answer them at the end if everyone's cool with that.
All right. So I'm going to get update.
Yep,
the update.
Yep, the update or an intro. Who we are.
Whatever you want. It's your show.
How we became four.
Okay, how we became four. I'll let Chris start because he was the one who started in October 2013. Yeah, so short version. I came in SFM. I was the very first one. I was still working in the mining industry. Was mesmerised by Stuart and Jay. I was watching their boot camps and I heard that Jay quit his job. So that's exactly what I did after buying an application. And, you know, I had no idea that there was investment involved, and I had no idea about, you know, all the hard yards that you really have to put in, and all the personal development and growth that you have to go through. So I was going Lone Ranger for about 6 months.
He kept trying to get me into it, and I kept saying it was not real and we should get out of it.
Yeah, so Gerard was never, ever interested, never looking at it. But I don't know, he started watching Stuart. I think he might have heard some stuff when I was listening to some Stuart. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, so Gerard wasn't interested, and
It's all right, keep going with the camera. We're just going to sort that out.
Is it on?
That's all right. We
Press it on.
We can still
hear
you.
Technical issues.
Are we on?
Yeah, I think they can
hear us.
They can hear us.
They can hear.
Turn on, bud. Turn on.
I just can't see us.
Okay.
Just keep going.
All right. So, anyways, you can hear me fine. Okay. So I was going at it by myself, and then Gerard got involved about March 2015, and it wasn't until October till we actually partnered up together, got some funds, positioned at black, and that's how me and Gerard partnered up. And then all of a sudden, Merr got made redundant in...
I got made redundant in August of 2014, and you know, these guys have been really immersed in this for like a year before I got interested. I was a bit skeptical. Obviously, I didn't know what this was, and you know, being redundant made me kind of just reassess everything, what I really wanted out of life. You know, I was obviously unhappy with what I was doing, and I did not want to go back to square one and look into doing a job that I just simply wasn't passionate about. So I did join these guys, and
so we started as a threesome in October 2015, and we had a lot of first 2 months, not so much success. It wasn't until December where we started getting a lot of momentum. We started really scaling our business, and Sandrine actually joined us October. When we took it to America, to the gold events, to the black retreats, that's where she got her first taste of the SFM. And that's when she joined.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't really say anything about me, but it's all right.
You just like full of us.
Yeah. Now I actually started my own account, and I actually got interested because Chris had his laptop open and had Stuart on the beach and got me interested. And I really hated my job at the time, previous accountant. Always had a passion, burning desire for something more. I ended up getting started, and then I was just way more passionate, even more than Chris, about it. And then I basically studied. The modules in my job for like 6 months before, before I even quit. And then I got enough guts just to quit because Chris got in my ear, maybe we should just like do this together. And I said, yeah, all right, we'll just do that. We actually had to do a lot of personal development. We did the blueprint over and over again, and the landmark course, and really had to work on ourselves. And I think that's a big part that people don't really understand, is that we had to work on ourselves harder than we did with our business to just completely be ready for the success that we eventually got. I mean, going from like our first 10K month and then rapidly to 20, 30, 40 in such a quick period of time. I remember Stuart mentioning that in the Elite webinar. It's like, that just doesn't happen unless your mindset's there, ready for that. And I think I see other people who they might crack the 10K barrier, but like I don't think they're mentally prepared in their minds to experience what $20,000 even feels like. But we lived and breathed those figures before we made it. Like we just knew this is going to happen. And every time we've had a breakthrough in our business, it's just been a simple little mindset that we just had a discussion over, and then we just experienced rapid results. So that's how we always push the boundaries. And we always speak big. I mean, Megan, when we you speak to us, we don't speak small. It's like, yeah, let's do 100 grand a month. Like
that's small, yeah.
That's small talk. But we have some really big goals for 2016, and I think everyone just needs to really believe in themselves and know that it can happen.
It's so important to really master your mindset before really getting into this. Like, we can't tell you how important it is, because those people that have really mastered their mindset, they don't see failure as, failure. Like, we have encountered so many problems and so many hurdles, even to this day, whether that's YouTube, getting our accounts banned, Facebook, whatever it is. But we actually took those experiences and really just shifted our mindset and used that as an opportunity to kind of learn from it and move forward. So it's really a matter of perceiving. I know a lot of you may have gone through stuff in your business and make mistakes, which is normal for everyone. I don't even see failure as there's no fail.
I think every time we've had massive failure in our business, it's actually created opportunities that took us to a new level. So every time that happens, we've been had a period of being down about it, but then just thinking the way we like to think,
it turns into something big.
It turns into something much bigger. And I think that's one of the most important lessons that I've learned about our journey so far.
I mean, it takes you to another level, and I think it's more of a risk if you just stand still and don't even put the action, because the more action you take and the more failures you're going to experience in your business, the more you're just going to learn and improve as a person. So remember that, because we are still going through this, and we're continually still being positive throughout this whole journey for us. And we're still growing too. We're no experts, but we are gradually growing as we experience everything. So, yeah. So what are we up to?
So the last 6 weeks we've been traveling around the Philippines, and the start of this year has been like record-breaking months in sales. I mean, I haven't been posting on Facebook much about it these days, but they've just been record-breaking months, and it's just surreal because these type of months always happen when we're
traveling
overseas, hands off, pretty much.
So it really is surreal. But
like you mentioned, they're not one-offs. They're consistency. You see people dropping in, dropping out of the leaderboards, but you have to really keep progressing in your business. As soon as we stop progressing, we don't feel the happiness,
the fulfillment.
If we stop progressing. So that's something you should look at, all the little wins in your own business. You know, they don't have to be financial, but all these little wins, you just got to take them and keep going. Like we were saying, like when you see failure, a lot of people stop. Like when everyone got banned off, couldn't use Stuart on the pedalo, a lot of people have just gone. They're not thinking like entrepreneurs, they're not solving the problem. That was the best thing that happened to us in our business. You know, that's when we got rapid results. And as soon as that happened, we thought, shit, now what do we do now? We can't use Stuart. Like, we're pulling our hair out. But that was like
the best thing that
happened. Lead costs went down, sales went off.
Quality of leads came through.
Same with we've been banned off AdWords a few times. I understand the ins and outs of compliance now, and when we're like a YouTube channel's been banned or AdWords have been banned, they can be pretty tense times. We say, oh my God, that's my business, but actually forced us to go and learn, you know, other marketing like Instagram and Facebook, and then we just applying the same mindset that we did to discover YouTube. We just look at another platform as an amazing opportunity and just really learn how to do it. And then, like, all of a sudden, if that's off, this is on, and the business just keeps going,
to lean on,
no matter what platform you're off.
So we don't.
Keep going.
Yeah, we don't focus on the one platform anymore. We have looked into Instagram advertising, Facebook advertising. That's been really good for us lately in terms of videos, because we do create our own videos. We've started to use that as a video marketing platform, and we are looking to get back onto YouTube. So we're pretty much starting from scratch again, creating a whole new domain for YouTube.
We're working with a Google
partner. We're working with a Google partner in terms of compliancy and making sure we're taking those right steps. So that
we didn't do that in the beginning, and this is like what our fourth website that we're doing now.
This is our
we have to
website.
Practically do everything over again. We've just deleted our YouTube channel today. So it's a bit of a pain, but
we just want to get this right. And so we're trying to just, you know, we're patient, but we want to take this slow so that we make sure that every step that we're taking is the right step. You know?
In the meantime, we've just been leaning on Facebook, and it's been going really great so far.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we aren't the best marketers in the world. You think that we're good at what we do, but we're not. Or we're average marketers, let's put it that way. But we understand our numbers, and we understand our business model. And then we get people like coming to us and showing us what they're doing, like pulling their hair. I'm like, you're doing just fine. You're doing like really, really well, when they tell us their lead costs, how many apps they've got for this and that. And, you know, they just don't understand how close they are to actually cracking it. And once you do crack it, you can just like fall forward.
Like me and Merr were listening to a podcast yesterday. It's the paid traffic podcast.
The Art of Paid Traffic with Mulready.
Yeah, and the episode was like the biggest difference between those who are really successful, his most successful students, and the ones that can't seem to crack it is simply mindset. And that's where I believe that differentiates us from people getting similar results, is because there's people out there who actually know way more than us in terms of technical marketing. They show us what we do, and I'm like, geez, I don't even know how to do all that stuff. But I think it's just at the mindset, the audacity, understanding our business model, and just applying like principles of success to the way we think, and just making things work. So
laying down the right foundations is one of the most important things.
Yeah, we're also looking into really, you know, building that relationship with our members. You know, we've started creating a weekly mastermind call for our members. So we do this every Wednesday. It's like a Q&A setting, but it just gives that more personal approach with our members. If they have any questions, it's like a weekly basis. We're here to kind of just talk to everyone, connect with everyone, and that seems to be really, really, it's been going really well in terms of, you know, our members and
they're loving it, and everyone's learning from each other as well, which is great.
It's like a forum setting as well,
these fun
kind of
questions
like this.
that come out, and it's not the same boring stuff.
Yeah,
actually, members are loving it. So
yeah, actually, just the one that happened yesterday, we had Jay come out, which was a surprise. He actually offered to do this like 10 minutes before we were actually going to go live. So he came out, huge insights to our members. Members absolutely loved it. You know, we couldn't have been grateful enough for him coming out. But it was a really great webinar. Yeah. But that's pretty much what we've been up to. So.
And we were traveling the Philippines.
So while we were traveling, and Gerard was saying we have massive months, like we we're doing pretty minimal work. Our work was just flying the drone, editing some footage, putting it on Facebook. And when I say we're not that great marketers, we haven't even been tracking. We haven't been tracking for like 2 months. And like people sit there, like will do something, then track it a little bit, then stop, and then you talk to the whiz kids, the geniuses who turn this off, do that. They overanalyze everything. All you got to do, like when it comes down to your marketing, is look at your cost per lead, make sure you're putting your offer in front of the right person. As soon as you get them 2 things, like impact, that's all you can go by when you haven't got like massive budgets and things like that. You haven't got that much data. So as long as you got, you know that you're putting it in front of quality people with the right video, the right message. That's all we did for like the last month while we were overseas. We didn't do any tracking because that took up too much time, and we're not whiz kid marketers.
That's the crazy thing. That's why when we first got started, we weren't tracking when we first got that rapid success, and then we just kind of averaged off a bit, and then we're just like, what did we do when we got that rapid success at the very, very start? And it was simply just having the guts and just trusting,
being bold,
trusting the targeting, trusting the funnel, trusting just really believing in the business model, and knowing if you're hitting the right people, then it's just going to work anyway. So we stopped tracking in terms of like where apps and members are coming from. We stopped doing everything manual. All our job was like looking at your mobile. Cost per lead for the day was really good. Oh, you know, we spent 30 grand this month and tripled it. You know, it's like that's how you just really trust the process, and it creates minimal work. And then all this time that we have, we can just create content and have fun.
That's
why we like have fun with what we do.
We're not saying don't track. We're just saying don't get your head in
Don't
the whirlwind.
overdo it.
And
Don't let
then you're not going to
small
let
things.
the opportunity of it actually, what if it can be something great, but just because it didn't work for that week, you're just going to cut it off when there actually could be a gold mine in it. That's more or less what it is.
I'm
Analysis by paralysis.
I'm actually happier not knowing where our blacks, DAs, elites and things come from. Or I'd want to know, but that would mean that I would be turning off other things that could have worked. Because we understand that our targeting is all very, very, very similar. So, you know, like people will say, we're speaking to another one of our black members, and they're asking, you know, what's the best demographic and do I niche down and all that? And like, we just target everyone around the world, all age groups, everything, married, single, whatever it is. But people like really do think their perfect demographic.
I think a lot of people say what's stopping me is because I haven't nailed my avatar. And it's tough. It's like trying to nail down an avatar, because when I look at the spectrum of the people in SFM, it can be young like us, or it can be an old person.
And surprisingly, a lot of our market, pretty much members, are the older generation. So, you know, like it's just a variation of
It's not like a 20-year-old would like Stu and Jay more than a 65-year-old or a 50-year-old or a mother or a single dad, whatever it is. So, yeah, that's our avatar, just everyone.
But like I'm saying that, I think you said something good yesterday. You're like, I don't care who I target, because if you're confident and authentic, then I'm going to follow. I don't care if he's younger than me or older than me. I just like,
as long as you're real,
as long as you're being real, it doesn't matter who it is. I mean, we all love Gary Vaynerchuk. You think that, you know, everyone would love him? Of course not. He was just being real, authentic, and everyone around the world loves that guy. Any questions from anyone, like specific ones?
We just went on a rant.
That's fab, and I think it's good because there's a few things that they want a bit more insight into. So now we can go into them if you're cool with that.
Yes, let's do it.
So I'm going to actually go backwards, because you were just talking about your meetings before, and Terry wanted to know, do you guys announce your meetings on social media, or are they just for your leads and clients?
They're exclusively for our members. Yeah. So
so we'll send an email out letting them know about it, and then once they in the webinar, they're practically
so it's not for our leads, not for our subscribers, nor are they our apps. It's exclusively members and above. So that gives them, you know, like,
because the thing was we couldn't keep doing one-on-ones and heaps of individual calls, so that's why we created.
I said Jay gave us the idea.
Yeah.
He said because what happened when we stopped with our marketing is like you can really get like help your members and then bring your business to another level simply through duplication and things like that. So we're sharing with them what we do, and yeah, it's a win-win because we love doing it, they love it, and
we're looking to create a lot more people getting this kind of success,
more engagement,
especially on us. Like we're seeing a lot of them going to crush it now, especially like Kelvin. He's one of our black members. He's on the leaderboards now, and you know we speak to him.
We have a lot of fun coaching the right people.
Yeah.
You know, it's people who think like us and are ready for that conversation. We're all about it.
You can always tell by the way that people speak in their language if they're ready for the success.
And it's good always posturing yourself throughout your business, because we found in the past that when we left ourselves open, even just too much to our leads and, you know, cradling them too much, then their expectations get higher and they become more entitled, and you just get a lot more respect. I've found, you know, we funnel, the way we do it is like they speak to the girls on the front end, we're funneled on the back end, and they just respect your time so much more, and you always expect to speak to the best quality of people, and you make the most of your time and their time as well. So I think that was a big important lesson as we scaled our business.
But just leveraging that, like leveraging the fact that you could just bring like all our members into one single webinar every week, you know, that also minuses, you know, having to respond to emails every week. If someone asks a question that's a member of ours,
everyone
like,
gets a benefit of
you know,
that,
everyone gets a benefit. If you just bring this question on our call, everyone can benefit from that as well. We'd love to speak with you live, and that's just been working really, really well with us. Everyone's appreciating the fact that we're making this effort, and
it's definitely it's something to think about. If you haven't got the members, but you've got your list is getting bigger, and to start maybe trying to do a webinar, you might do terrible your first time. We weren't that great, but you know, you keep improving, and you're gonna get some conversions. You know, we've done webinars just to our leads, and we've got a couple blacks, golds, whatever, just out of our leads.
We get like I think we got 12 apps out of one of the webinars that we held.
The last
15
the webinar we did for our leads, we got a black from that. So
there's a lot of people sitting on the fence, and when they actually get to a live audience as a real person, that's when
we've had comments from people who say like, you know, I didn't see that you were that type of person until you were on a webinar, and they saw we're just real business-minded, audacious, normal people, and they're like, and that was when it all clicked for them. So it's good once you nurture that relationship, and then you get real with them once they're, you know, either on the phone or on a webinar or in a live setting. So it's really cool doing that as well.
That's awesome. And I think you just hit the nail on the head, Gerard. It's because you're building the relationship with them. And that's people, and I mean, that's what we talk to our clients about, building the relationship. Do you guys use, I actually have a question just to throw in quickly on this note. Do you use, have you been using live video, the Facebook Live, stuff like that?
No, we haven't. Actually, that'd be great.
We need to
start
doing. We need to look into. We haven't actually done
that. If you want to
have
a conversation about that, you can jump on the phone, because that's something.
I know that you've been doing that quite a lot. That's
powerful. Really powerful.
Live.
So there's a couple more questions. We lost you guys again.
Yeah, so
that's okay.
I don't know what's going on with this.
Terry had another couple of questions about YouTube. Do you want to come out, Terry, and ask him, hun, or are you happy for me to just ask him?
I'm happy if you put that to him. You probably explain it a bit better than I can.
I think what you're wanting to know is what kind of call to actions you use in the videos, and do you use an SFM link in the video? What about just about your call to action in your videos? And is it specifically YouTube you're asking about, Terry?
Well,
or just in general?
Well, the guys are on YouTube basically, and I've just seen a couple of their videos with like a link attached to it. And I just wondered how they put those links in there, because I've tried and all I can seem to do is add like Google account business pages in there, or then you start going into more technical stuff, and I'm not really that levy with it, and just sort of I do more with the live Facebook videos, and I just see that you can subscribe to even the Facebook ones, and I just sort of thought, well, even with the YouTube ones, you can subscribe from the actual video itself. How do I get all these links in there and without getting it shut down?
You got that, guys?
Were you asking first what's our call to action?
Yeah, so what's your call to action, and how do you put your links in your videos?
Okay, so what do I think, what's my call to action in my video? I don't remember. Just the boot camp?
It's a boot camp.
Yeah. So in my video, like 3 minutes into my video, I offer the boot camp, and then this is on YouTube, and then a card comes up, or you can have an annotation, and that goes directly to a lead page that we've created in lead pages.
My lead page.
Yeah, so that just goes to our lead page in lead pages for them to opt into our list, and then all of a sudden after that they'll get a squeeze page, a photo of us, and then straight after that they'll go to Stuart.
Yeah.
So we're like kind of just introducing this, like here's Stu, he's going to go through all the content, he's the person that's actually taught us our skills. So at least you introduce Stu instead of just automatically bringing them there, and then they're a bit confused, like, oh, where was the person on the ad?
Yeah.
So,
well, we actually tested it a bit, because the first funnel we did, our thank you page was a custom funnel that we've created. It was a thank you page introducing our ebook and introducing
Lots
us.
of information.
There was a lot of information, but we didn't actually introduce Stu or anyone else. But we noticed that we didn't get quite a lot of conversions in terms of people buying the apps and upgrading to memberships. But when we actually tried one of Stu's video instead of our custom sales page, that actually converted lots of leads. So it was just about tweaking that funnel and figuring out what worked and what didn't.
Literally
but
overnight,
it made the biggest difference.
Overnight, apps started pouring in just by putting a good sales video there.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of, do you know how to put annotations in there, Terry? Like, you know how to put annotations?
I can do the annotations, and I can do the link, but when it comes to the link, it's us like to embed the website. It diverts traffic back to my Google business page, and then it starts to get a bit complicated for me after that. I sort of haven't got really time to start diving into the rest of it after that. Basically, what I wanted to do is send them to the boot camp or to basically a sign-up page in comparison to the video content.
Yeah, I get it. So it sounds like you haven't associated your website with the YouTube channel, meaning because if you don't do that, you don't have the option of putting a website or landing page there. They only give you like 3 options, which is like Google Plus, another video, and something else. So it's simply just go to your settings, and it's about associating that website with your YouTube channel, and then all of a sudden you can put any links.
I did actually try do that, but because my website is my authority site and it's private, it won't allow it.
It's private? I'm not sure what you mean by private. It should definitely work.
Yeah.
I know we've had some of our members just do it. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think Terry's site is compliant. I think that's the problem.
See, okay.
Even if it's a non-compliant site, it will still work. Here's the thing, like all they do, YouTube, it doesn't matter. YouTube it's not YouTube caring about where you're sending it. It's AdWords who don't like you sending traffic to a non-compliant site. So you can actually send them to your website whether it's compliant or not. We used to send traffic all to SFM landing pages. So it's a simple matter of just verifying, because what happens is you associate a website and then you got to click verify, and then it gives you a list of options on how to verify that website. So I think, Terry, that might be where you're having technical difficulties.
I'm actually having technical issues with Telstra at the moment, and I've gone through all those steps as you indicated, but in regards to the site being compliant, it is compliant because I can get AdWords through my business page. I can run AdWords campaigns and that through there, and it's all there, so I can do all that. But it's just I haven't been able to get that code to put it in because it takes forever. I've had several cracks at it, and it just takes forever to get that code to come through.
If I were you, Terry, you can just go to like Odesk or Elance or somewhere and just ask someone to associate your website with the YouTube channel and pay them $20. If that's stopping you, that's what you need to do, because it's not. I haven't done it for a while, but it's if that's technically hard for you to do, just outsource it.
Yeah. So thanks for that, guys.
No worries. Thanks, Terry, for your question. Thanks.
Awesome.
Hey guys, can I just ask you very quickly, did you mention the group called Odesk to associate your website to your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's an outsourcing website. Yeah, but it's not called Odesk anymore. It will forward you to they bought Odesk.
Yeah, but it'll still redirect.
Yeah.
It's called Upwork.
Okay, thanks guys. Cool.
Cool. So then Chris, I think, was asking about, she'd like to know what to broadcast to your leads to get them to apps, then to members.
Well,
you guys on Mastermind.
Oh, you can start.
Okay, so when we broadcast, we send them to the boot camp first, and then once the boot camp's done, they just start receiving broadcast updates from us. And I had an interesting conversation with Jay in Melbourne about because I asked him the same question. I was like, what did you broadcast to your list? And it was interesting. He said, I never, ever in his email marketing asked for anything. Like, he just simply provided pure value with no strings attached, no pitch, nothing. He said, look, through attraction marketing, that if they just like your stuff and what you're about, then they will eventually buy when the time is right for them. And I found with the volume of traffic we do, the sales end up being real consistent because the timing just seems to happen for everyone at their own pace. Now, in terms of content, you could think of anything that you think is getting in the way of them not taking action. So frequently asked questions is a good one you could do a blog post about or a video about, just to answer their questions and give a face, and then maybe introduce yourself, and things like inspiration or things
telling
like
a story
insights.
as well. Like
Storytelling.
You've read books.
Something that someone's going to relate to, but it's valuable. A lot of the way that we kind of place it is that 80% value and then 20% on the pitch, on the sales. So you want to really give them a lot. You're not going to just be that other these salespeople that just want. We're just different. You got to just give to receive, and that's just how we've started structuring everything at the moment. And after they've actually got an app from us, we send them like a personalized video welcoming them to the SFM and just kind of saying that we're actually part of the SFM just like you are. We've gone through the whole process. We've had amazing support with the community. This is what we've been able to do, and we are here if you have like questions or concerns. And that actually makes a lot of people feel more welcome, and they do. Yeah, and that's why you just get people like upgrading a lot.
There's no agenda.
You can set it up.
She's just saying, I'm here for support, so let me know.
You can set that up as an autoresponder, so when someone immediately purchases an app that gets like that video straight through, it's very personal. Yeah. She shoots the video, obviously on wherever you can put the first name there. So
practically like maybe like 8 hours after they buy the app, it's a great send that out. So it's not feedback. So it's not straight after they purchase the app, because then it looks a bit dodgy, like it's auto-responded. Yeah. So if you leave a few hours gap, so it makes it look like you've actually shot a welcome video to this person, and a lot of people we get great feedback on that.
A lot of broadcasts as well are like our updates. You know, people love to know what you're doing and they want to follow you. So when you're traveling or when you're doing something and you're inspired, shoot a video, write an email, take a photo of where you're actually at, because we get a lot of engagement of just people wanting to know where we are and what we're up to. Yeah. It's also like a more personal way of, you know, connecting with them too.
Just be like completely authentic. Yeah. Like that's the way we do ours. You know, we do one each a week, and
I just write down how I feel, or if I've read something that relates to me, that will relate to them. If I read a Rich Dad Poor Dad book, or all these little things, I'm just completely authentic. And most of the time, I piss my list off. I get a heap of unsubscribes, but I don't care about. If I'm just authentic, I'm being myself. Then this is me.
You don't want people that are not gonna. You don't want people that are just not gonna have the same mindset, the same goals as you on your list. So if you maybe say something that you feel and you're being real and that person takes offense to it, don't even care, because you don't want these type of people on your list.
You're filtering out all those unqualified leads. That's
in the beginning, you feel a bit like, oh, should I actually be doing this? Should I be saying that? At the end of the day, just be yourself and be real.
And we mix it up as well. We do blogs. At one point, we do videos. We do emails, just written emails. So we mix it up. It's not just one certain thing and then have that being sent day in and day out.
Every time you sit down and you're going to write an email, always think of something that the person you're writing to, have an ideal picture of who this person actually is, and write just to that person. And if they can resonate with you or an experience you've had, trust me, that will help sell them into SFM. Trust me, it's just a connection. So always think of how they're going to resonate with you. What story can I tell that I know someone else might, the avatar I'm writing to, I know they've experienced this. So if I write about it, they're sitting on the other side of the screen saying, that's me.
I can relate to that.
That's me. You've said everything you've said, that's me. And then they're going to buy.
You want to give them a reason to open your broadcast and your messages. If you're just sending out crap, they'll be like, what is this? And they'll probably unsubscribe it. Yeah. You're going to make sure that message that they open for the day is going to be worth it. And some simple things that we do as well, we'll do little tips of the day, very short things with some inspirational quote, like a single quote, and then to your success or something with a picture. And people are, oh my God, that was awesome.
That's exactly what I needed to hear today.
Yeah. So that's a little tip for your broadcasting as well. Just a little.
Sunday doesn't have to be a massive email explaining everything. The small things actually do make a big difference.
You can even load up your autoresponder with weeks of every Sunday, just a tip of the day, a life insight, something like that, and that's going to go every single week, because I follow some people and they do that kind of thing, and I just love it. I'm like, that's awesome, great insight or tip. They feel it's more personal because they get emailed that stuff. So it's very easy to do. It's you can pull quotes from anywhere, but just say, hey, I was sitting here and I figured that I'll just share this thing with you, this awesome quote, and I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, and those emails that you get a lot of engagement, a lot of feedback, put that as your autoresponder. Whatever actually works and what you see people love, check that in your autoresponder.
Yeah.
So other people can see that.
So every time we see good feedback or sales with one specific type of email, because remember, everything you do, whether it's social media or email marketing, you're just testing, right? So you're testing subject lines, you're testing content, and then if you see that one email gets wicked feedback, makes a load of sales, guess what? We're putting that in the autoresponder.
Yeah.
And we just just goes in
we
auto
get sales back from that as well.
We do.
It works.
We actually do.
It actually works very well.
We actually have an autoresponder that's 6 months long now, because we just keep loading it up with
chucking them in there.
It's just a really good habit to get into. Start off with 1 a week, 2 a week, 3 a week, and then my last 2 broadcasts I couldn't be bothered, so I went back 8 months ago, picked out something that was really that I've written 8 months ago, and I just loaded that. I've done it the last 2 times
because our list is much bigger this time.
Now we got a massive list, and we've got 8 months worth of new people. I'll just send them something that I wrote 9 months ago. So it's really handy just to get into that consistent habit, and then you can always use it if you're not feeling like writing something.
And save all your stuff on hard drive. We have lost so much content that could have been amazing just because we haven't saved stuff. So if you shoot a great video, just make sure you save it.
Oh no, your thing. I was just going to say, I've never heard that before. Adding the emails, just having a 6 month long. What are so cool.
Why not? You can have a 12-month long, and you don't have to work again in your life. Just do the marketing.
But here's the thing: we just change the messaging. Say we did a video on Venice Beach last year, and it was situational, but there was a message behind it. We then that situational for that broadcast, but then we generalize it when we put in the autoresponder because it got good feedback and say, hey, I shot this video recently and it's more of an evergreen thing, and we make sure when we do some type of messaging that we don't mention dates or anything like that, and then they're evergreen. So it's you need a combination of evergreen stuff that's an autoresponder and then up-to-date stuff. So that's how we structure
things like our webinars as well. Like I think we did like an apps webinar or like a subscribers webinar, and it was like recent FAQs, like sharing a story. We recently, well not recently, but before it got shut down, we checked that into our autoresponder as well for our leads.
So they felt like they were going on to a live webinar as well.
Anything that's purely value driven.
Oh, we did a really good members webinar with Jay. It was pure value. We're not trying to upgrade them or anything. Just sharing our story and just and trying to inspire them. And we just said, look, we're here for you. Get in touch. We're going to do weekly webinars for you guys. And we put that in the autoresponder. Yeah. So that's like the fourth or fifth message every member gets. They get we did a recent webinar with Jay Cooperset, and we really shared how we did what we did, and
our story.
People love that, and I think that just helps your whole funnel, and that's why it becomes an automated business system, because you do the work once and just leverage it over and over.
Yeah, that's it. Power.
But then do you send any new broadcast? They get it after that's finished, right? Or did they go into?
So we have like 1 or 2 messages that go out every single week on an autoresponder drip feed, but then the other 2 spots in the week, one of us
will actually do the broadcast.
So there'd be like a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. So Monday and Wednesday, either one of us would send a broadcast, and the Friday is always an autoresponder.
Cool.
So we kind of work around that type of schedule.
Yeah.
Like every week. And then the weekends, if we have like a webinar coming up, we'd use that weekend as like a sales promo or webinar promotion. So. And then either if we feel inspired, we'll have like a Sunday tip of the day every Sunday too. So.
Cool. And then even if you're inspired, we also are going to put videos up on YouTube probably every week of just new content, just pure value. And hopefully that'll get us more
just like building an online presence.
I actually before we used our own videos, and we were just using Stu's Pedalo video and all Stu's videos. I had an affiliate channel which is just like Stuart Ross and like all his stuff, and I found that all I do is once a week I'd upload a new SFM or Stu's video, and because that channel was getting a load of subscribers, we would pull in a ton of we'd get I put a video up once a week. The subscribers get updated, and you get another 20 leads. You get an app sale, and that was going really well. And so that's something we want to do with our new channel as well.
But not with Stu, but with us.
With ourselves, yes.
Exactly. Cool. I think we had one.
Hey, Brett. Good. Very good.
We had one question. Sorry.
Yeah.
From Terry about unsubscribes. Do you leave them on your list or you delete them?
Okay, so before we used to leave them on our list, but our AWeb's charging us like $600, $700 a month now. And then we're like, why are they charging us so much? And I realized that they charge you for the emails. So no, because we had a bulk of unsubscribes to delete, we simply just messaged AWeber. I was like, look, there's like a zillion emails here that we need to delete. We can't do this manually. Can you do it for us? Within the day, they deleted everything. Yeah. So quick and easy. Good. Yeah. There's no point having them.
Yeah. There's no point having them. You don't want people that unsubscribe.
And we also filter out our unsubscribes in our email, so they go straight to junk. So we don't actually see that in our inbox.
Yeah, because we found in the day, every time we got an unsubscribe message, our mood would be like,
we look at the reason, and that would kind
of filter it down. So we just filtered it out of our email inbox, and we don't see it at all.
Anything now.
Yeah. Usually positive.
So another question from Neville. When you target your audience in your ads, do you target certain groups, interests, and professions?
No. We've tried that before. And
in terms of interests, we do like a variety of interests.
No. In terms of because you can segment in AdWords with profession and all that. There's different categories and interests. Yeah. We used to do that, and we've done a lot of testing on that. But then we discovered the best thing to ever do if you're advertising on YouTube and AdWords is to buy B-roll and target using B-roll. That's all we do.
So we do all that in-stream ads, except for a couple of campaigns. You know, because when you use B-roll, you know that your video is not going to get spammed anywhere, and it's going to go to the right thing. So you can use B-roll to target Tony Robbins, and then you know your video's gone to all the Tony Robbins ads, or maybe motivation, inspiration. You've gone to the right people. That's why we use B-roll when we do all our targeting on YouTube.
By far the most powerful tool you can use.
There's another question here about broadcasts actually that I missed. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you're not pitching in your broadcasts, how would someone on your list who really wants to go to the next step know how to submit a member application? Do you have
Sorry.
Yeah, do you have a sign up page as part of your signature, or do you simply hope that they click through to your website and find where to sign up?
Well, what we do is we hyperlink some of the wording in our email. So whether it's a written email or it's a video, you just hyperlink a word. So they'll click on that. I'll say, oh, why is that underlined in blue? And then that goes automatically to a sales page. Or even at the bottom of the page, we do have
under our e-signature, we have like, oh, join this webcast with Stuart, and then it would have like a link straight to the webcast. And like Sandy said, like throughout our emails, we do it very subtly. So, you know, if we share a story, for example, and then we kind of introduce the six-figure mentors in a way, or say something about an online business, we would just highlight that in blue. And that would go straight to like a sales page.
We don't really say like click here to the sales page or anything like that. And we also hardly put it. We never really put it in.
So there's links throughout all our emails that go to sales pages, but it's not like we're saying submit an application.
It's not too pitchy.
It's just you might hyperlink like online business or business system or something like that. But at the bottom of every email, we've got, would you like to use the same automated business system as us? The hyperlink there. And then that goes to a sales page anyway.
It's great to even track like what broadcasts are working well, because when we do use a sales page link and we hyperlink one of the words, we would actually put a tracking in there. So in every sales page URL, you put an NT equals and then like the name of that broadcast. And we can actually track that in the back office to see who's actually purchased an app through that email specifically. So we know which emails work, and then when we know that works, we put that in autoresponder.
And we have little contests to see who can get the most ads from emails.
I know. It's a big thing if like we'll get one and then one gets three and you're like, oh, gotta up my game this week. If you don't get one, you're really upset for the week.
Very competitive.
Oh, that's gold. Awesome. Margaret was asking, how much is it to join V-Roll, please?
How much is it?
I don't know.
Good question. I think it's like $37 a month or 400 something a year. So I think that's off the top of my head. I'd chuck in an affiliate link if we had it here, but
just Google it and click on their site, and then I can't remember. Yeah. But it's definitely worth it. If you're going to spend dollars,
the chat box.
If you're going to spend dollars on YouTube paid marketing, then that's the way we do our targeting, and that's how we've got all our results, especially in stream ads.
Link on Facebook.
I think I'm out of questions in there. I'm just going to go back over it. And I was just going to ask you guys, so you're just getting back on YouTube now. How have you found Facebook? Because I know you've been on Facebook a little bit.
It's been going really well in terms of getting us like cheap leads. You know, we're getting like $2, $3 a lead, you know, using Chris's video, even ourselves, and Sandy's one. A few of them are actually going straight to an application too, which has been great. But the thing about Facebook, you can't really scale it as high as YouTube.
Oh, we haven't really tried, to be honest. Because we were spending $2,000.
With Facebook, when you scale it, you have to do it very gradually. So we start with $20 for a campaign. If it's working really well, we'll then duplicate that and put another $20. That's $40. So we don't just have a $20 campaign and chuck another $100 in there, because that just stops everything. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. So but with Facebook, we get like $2 and under leads. I mean, we were getting dollars,
and that's Australian dollars as well.
Australian dollars. So you know, and they buy apps straight through as well. So they'll end up on YouTube. We do like $3, $4 leads, and Facebook's like $2, $3 leads. So it's a little bit cheaper, but with AdWords, you can just, if something works, you can just go bang, chuck like 30, 40 grand on it, and it'll just work. Whereas on Facebook, it's just like you can't just put the budget up to like 10
right
grand.
away. You have to do
20
it
grand.
gradually. But the video, like as in promoting videos on Facebook, that's what we just promote.
Yeah.
We don't use any text ads or anything like that. It's just purely videos.
We could do the
Our
same
videos.
ad, same text, everything. One's a picture, the other one's a video, and the one with a picture gets $6 leads, the one with a video gets $2 leads.
Yeah.
So that was a big insight
Yeah.
to video marketing on Facebook's insane.
And
Video
even-
marketing in general.
And even like split testing, like with our landing pages, we split test like a photo of Chris and then another photo of just like a generic photo. And we would, see the generic
Yeah.
photo
Like a photo of
getting us
someone on the
cheaper leads
beach.
and like more quality leads. So we do a lot of, we don't do a lot of split
No,
testing.
we
but
did. No,
do a
we're
couple.
split testing now, and they make a huge difference.
Biggest difference.
Like with the amount of traffic that we're sending to our pages, just a simple change in the image, A, B, C
Or
testing,
even like the
whatever you
ad
wanna do.
copy as well, the bridging page, the sales page, just tweaking it every now and then to get that perfect sales funnel.
And we've also noticed that shorter videos don't work as well as long ones. That 1 minute video that I did was purely for Instagram, and we thought we'd test it,
On YouTube.
and it didn't convert that much. So
Well,
when
it
you
was
are
cheap
shooting,
leads.
it does get
Cheap
cheap
leads, but, like, the
it's
quality
not
wasn't there.
converting
Yeah.
properly. So if you're doing a video, you got to make it longer and just kind of let them know exactly what it is, because with the 1 minute one, it didn't work so well.
It was very vague, I
Yeah.
think. Like,
And we've noticed with Instagram as well, it doesn't, like, we don't get apps from it. We'll get really cheap leads, but when it comes to apps and members, it's just
I think it might be we haven't spent enough.
maybe.
But it's one of the insights.
We just love YouTube because that's where we've had all our success, and that's where we see all our conversions like really come through more than like the likes of Facebook and that.
actually, we got a couple of likes off Facebook.
Yeah.
Just saying that, like a few
Yeah.
months ago.
Nothing wrong with
So-
Facebook.
No, but the
Everything
potential
works.
is there. I'm
Everything
telling you
works.
now
Yeah,
with video
there's
marketing.
potential.
We do a lot of page post engagement campaigns and video views campaigns. We don't do website conversions because we found actually doing a page post campaign got us way cheaper leads than a website conversion. And with one campaign, we would use multiple interests. So we won't just have like one campaign who likes Robert Kiyosaki. It would be like multiple interests in one single campaign.
Bang them all in.
Like
all these
5 major
motivational
countries in
speakers.
one single campaign and a specific age group.
Probably not the best way to do it, but
But
that's
it's
just
been,
what we're
oh man,
been
it's been
working
working really well
for
for
us.
us.
We haven't
So-
changed it because it's just so cheap.
Yeah.
And the quality there.
Cool. Oh, I was just saying goodbye to John while you were talking. John had to go.
There you go.
Have you done I was going to ask you, have you done a lookalike audience on Facebook with your...
We have actually.
Yeah, that's how we got our initial results on Facebook. Because I just uploaded our whole email list, uploaded our whole
App
apps
list, members
and
list.
created lookalike audience for everything. And they worked really well. And then we just started doing general stuff, and that worked even better. So
Yeah.
I was just like,
And then we got back on YouTube.
We kind of stopped the lookalike and just stuck to the general stuff.
yeah.
Guys, what's that? What's a lookalike thing?
A lookalike?
See,
Okay, so a lookalike is basically if you upload your email list, if you've got some type of audience saved in Facebook, you can actually get Facebook to get that data and create like a lookalike audience. That's exactly
so in
what it
terms
is.
of lookalike, so people with the same interests and same age groups type of thing.
Yeah.
And they're the cheapest. They're the cheapest leads.
So it's as simple as going to your Aweber, exporting, an Excel spreadsheet of all your leads on your email list, and then importing that on Facebook, and then it will actually generate a lookalike audience similar to your email list.
The only
which
thing
is-
is you have to have a few thousand before you're allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need
That's
like
it.
3,000.
So you need to have like a good amount of people first on your list.
Yeah, but you can create lookalike audiences based on a specific group you targeted in a specific ad. If you found that this men who like Tony Robbins, blah, 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 whatever your avatars is, you can, Facebook will save that data and you can just click a few buttons that create a lookalike audience of that.
It's a powerful platform.
I guess also there's a helpline on Facebook anyway that you can ask them those questions yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Yes, there is. And for a really good podcast, if everyone wants to learn Facebook, even a bit of YouTube, is The Art of Paid Traffic by Rick Mulready. Is it?
Yeah, Rick Mulready. So
Yeah.
MUL.
I swear to God, he talked
Oh, yeah,
about us on his episodes.
Like he was talking
That's
about.
what he thinks.
He was talking about, because we were targeting lots of Abraham Hicks and everything like that, and he said there's these marketers who have literally placed their ad in front of every single Abraham Hicks video that I ever watched, and he's saying how like he just said, oh, they should turn off their retargeting and everything, but it was funny. I was like, it was probably us.
It's a great podcast, though. I do recommend that as well.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah,
I've learned heaps from him actually.
Even like on Facebook, Amy Porterfield, I'm sure a lot of you would know.
Yeah.
She's
Amazing.
amazing when it comes to Facebook marketing, even like social media marketing in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's awesome.
I'm just asking if you could please put.
Yep.
Put it in.
I'll do that.
All right.
Just move this away.
See the names of the podcast.
Questions? Does anyone else want to jump out and ask anything?
If you want more material for like your broadcasts, what I used to do early in the days was just like send them to a video of Brendan Burchard or Tony Robbins, something that they would resonate with as well, because that worked like gangbusters. Like we had Brendan Burchard, Why to Quit, Brendan Burchard, How Incredibly Successful People think. Like you watch the video, you can write about the video and say, just check out this video that I saw, and they're just like, why are these guys sending me this? But it was awesome. So that's some more content that you can put in as well. We actually have one in our autoresponder.
Even leverage other people's success stories. You know, one of our members the other day, Calvin, we saw his email and it was just introducing us, you know, and our success story, like how we became successful out of not having any experience at all. So just leveraging people's success through the SFM, that's a great way of, you know, showing people that
it's a great way of, if they don't resonate with you, they might resonate
with someone else and their story.
So we talk about Greg and Fiona, they're a lot older, they've had different experiences.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just a different avenue and a different way to connect with your list.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the good way that we connect with our list now is because we're on the front end of our marketing, which is really good. So they've seen us on the front end, and then we're talking to them on the back end. So there's always congruency.
An elite member is like, oh, I like you guys on the front end. And I started watching their boot camps, and I thought, nah, better you. All of a sudden, he went elite though, and he's
he said he likes our broadcast.
like, you serious?
Guys, can I just add something there to your adding people to like off people, like really popular people. Jamie Oliver is doing the food revolution at the moment, and Richard Branson has just come on board with that. And tomorrow is a farmers market, which one of the farmers down there has just won a free book of mine in a campaign that I was running. So he's actually going to be there, and he's promoting the food revolution as well. So it's all free promotion for him, but it's also adding leads for myself as well, because it's drawing more people back to my business page, because he's now on there. So it's free promotion as well. So I do a lot of free promotion, and people recommend my page. I donate to like Cancer Assist, and just, you know, if you see like little tea bags or anything like that, it's all, whatever you can do to bring people in and encourage more people to be drawn back to your business pages is just creates more traffic, creates more engagement, as you said earlier, and it's just keeps you busy, keeps you thinking. It doesn't, nothing goes stale, because you're always coming up with new ideas. But I've got to drag myself out tomorrow in the wet and the cold to get down here and do this bit of promotion tomorrow and meet this guy. And it runs in with what I've been promoting on my business page as well. So with Richard Branson and Jamie Oliver and this big campaign that they've got with this food revolution, this guy is basically doing a campaign down there. He's joined their website and their campaign for the food revolution. So
that's awesome.
That must be so exciting, though.
That's with any networking. If you've got a business card or something, and you've got a profile, some business page online, it's just great to make contact. You don't have to have an email list, but if someone's following you on social media, that's why social media is so important. Because if people are following you, eventually when the time is right and they like you and they like what you're about, then
they you know, when the timing's right, you might get a sale in the end. So it's
well, that's right. I today I was just telling Margaret earlier before the call, I'd actually had a bridesmaid actually of mine from 20 years ago connect with me on Facebook, and I was totally blown away. And I'd searched for her on Facebook, I couldn't find her, but through my business pages and through connection with other people, she found me. And it's just social media, amazing.
Yeah, thinking outside the box too. I'm not sure how many people know that, like, if you know Mark Ford, he actually got a black member because he chased the mailman or whoever he chased down, had a conversation with him, and he got a black member. So you just never know. Something unreal happened the other day. We had a guy knock on our door.
Oh my God.
Looking for us. And I was like,
because our address is actually at the bottom of a signature.
Yeah.
We need to take that out there.
Oh, we're going to have to say that.
He was a bus driver from Perth, and he actually came to our house and knocked on the door and wanted to know more about what we were doing.
He's very old school. He's done a lot of network marketing.
It was amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Scary thought that though. Having 100 people knocking on your door.
I need to take our address out of our emails.
Yeah, that needs to come out. Let's do that.
Terry, not when you live in Trundle, New South Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I'm actually on the map, Rex. I've got 2 businesses up there on the map, and I've got people driving around constantly, and it's scary. It's very scary. You don't know who they are.
Love you, Kel.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Thanks, guys. I just thought I'd share that with you, just in conjunction what you were saying earlier about connection.
That's awesome, Terry. Thanks for sharing that. That's good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Go kill it tomorrow.
You have to do a live video for us, Terry. Tell us how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Terry's
well, actually, live video. Yeah, I will be. Yeah, when I get there, and track him down, I'll do a bit of a Facebook intro, because he actually won the I was running a competition and giving away a free book on how to create YouTube videos. It was just basic common sense, little $10 book I bought, but I bought 3 or 4 of them because I ran this freebie giveaway, and I thought, well, yeah, and he won it, and so he was ecstatic because he's got a business, but he didn't know how to get it up and running onto Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, and he asked me to have a look at his website, and I'm like, he's a butcher, what can you do? Can't really put a lot of bling on that, but so he's promoting me and I'm promoting him, so it's a win-win situation.
Cross promotion.
So,
that's good.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I do a lot of that out here because a lot of people sort of, they might not have the money, or they have no idea how to get into social media, or they're just not interested. So it's all word of mouth out here, and I thought, well, it's a good stepping stone for me.
It's a great way to go about your business.
Yeah.
So tell us, we've got no more questions yet. Tell us more about your trip. It looked amazing. Your videos, far out. You could do like a course just on how to do a GoPro video. We show the boys every time there's
a drone.
Boys have got a new video and they come and watch it.
We're pilots. So we're the guys flying the drone all the time.
They're the drone flyers. We're the GoPros.
And the editors as well. Sorry, girls, but
no one really knows about the film.
No, it's awesome. So, well, I got cut by the drone the first time we flew the drone. Cut my arm open. Oh no!
Yeah,
it's dangerous. She had bowel wounds all over her. Yeah, I've got. I can't really see it now, but I've got some scars going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, trip was really
we've had people contact us asking, who's doing your professional videos, and how can we hire the same people? I said,
it's actually us.
We do it.
Yeah, but it's something that we actually love to do. Like actually capturing those memories and putting them into film. Like this is actually one of the newfound passion of ours. So it's great.
Our plan is to visit different countries and just do a massive
wicked epic video of that.
We'll probably do one of Bali as well, Black Retreat. So
that's our next vision, because we see people who do create the same kind of content who get millions of views on YouTube, but they don't have a back end product. Like if we can get millions of views, and we understand that every view you can earn, like
people are going to be so intrigued on what do they do to be able to actually go and travel all the time and shoot these videos. And if we can have SFM at the back, that's just another, this is a new kind of thing that we're working on now.
Yeah.
It's something we get all the time as well. It's like, what do you guys actually do? And that starts a conversation. And they're always intrigued, because we get people who follow us for ages and they say, what do you actually do? And
it's also attraction marketing too.
Yeah, and they're so interested. Like, they just want to know. And it's
I mean, since we put some of the videos up, my Facebook from my friends has just been crazy. What do you do?
But that's good. It's all engagement. Doesn't matter where it comes from.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but no one really knows about the Philippines, and it's like one of the most beautiful countries, as you can see in the footage.
Oh, it's funny. We come back and everyone's like, "Where's the Philippines? I want to go there."
Yeah, that's true.
No, our trip was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great to see like the family and just spend that extra time there with them. And we got to explore a lot of new places. Sorry.
Where are you going next?
Bali.
We'll
be at the Black Retreat in the next few weeks.
And then we're heading on to Melbourne. Is anyone here from Melbourne? We're going to see Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes. Yeah.
Let us catch up. We have to catch up.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I live in Sydney now. I am from Melbourne originally. I'm in Sydney now. I haven't been back to Melbourne for 20 years. It'll be like a new city when I go back.
I'm in Melbourne.
I'm going to get a little excited.
Sorry. So, what do you tell people when they approach you and ask you what do you do? What is the response that you give to them?
Elevator pitch. Let's go.
All right.
Elevator pitch. So,
well, we just showed a video on it because we get that question all the time with like people emailing us. And we just practically tell them that we found a system that actually taught us how to market online, which is an education. And all that we're doing is we're reselling the same education that brought us the success, so that we don't have to go and have an office, have paperwork, all that. It's all done online. So it's just practically, we let them know we're selling an education.
Yeah, simple terms, we just tell them we're online marketers. We sell products online, and that's how we're able to travel the world.
Yeah, top tier products, 40% commission.
We always mention that the products we sell are the same ones we came across that actually like got us the success that we are. So it just kind of makes people a little bit more comfortable with, so it worked for you and that's why you're reselling it. So it does kind of work. So it gives them a sense of not being scared to just try something random.
All right, thank you.
I think it's valuable to add, I found it's valuable to add too, that we get provided with some of the world's best training. So any age, any type of person can be successful with this. Just follow the steps.
Very true, Sam. Follow the system.
Because none of us knew how to do this, right? Everyone on the call didn't even know how to set up a webinar.
No experience.
Set
anything up. Yeah.
I remember I was on me and Tammy's website for the first time. They were my referrals, and they wrote a blog post about a list. I was like, what the hell?
What is a list?
And not like 99% of the world has no idea what a list is, or what an order responder is, or a landing page, or even a website.
No, anything. I don't know how to upload my first video on YouTube. That's how bad I was.
That aspect that you just mentioned, my way of thinking, illustrates and underlines the massive market out there for us to train business people who have got no idea how to do it. Because effectively, it's a relatively new medium, and all those areas of this new medium, be it Facebook or YouTube or whatever, the potential for training and finding new people in that market is just immense. I mean, it's a whole world.
There's a lot of opportunity out there, and people pay a lot of money to get agencies to do that for them, but this is like a skill set that we all have attained, and there's just so much opportunity there to leverage that and make something out of it.
We've had frequently asked questions like, but when it gets saturated, oversaturated, I'm just like, if you knew how much traffic was out there, like online, your mind would be blown. Like we've had the same thoughts as well. Like, but every time we scale up, there's there's just so much more room. It's like you could put infinity on there, you know, and like you still wouldn't reach the whole world. It's insane.
There's one rule I always put out to people when they ask me that question, because of sales I've been in for so long now. I'm older than anybody else on this call, I can tell you, that every 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, the marketplace has changed. And 10 minutes, it's twice as big again. And it's never ending. That's my 6 minutes goodbye.
That's a great way of looking at it.
There's actually 3.17 billion people using the internet at the moment, and it just keeps on growing and growing. And it's so new, and everything is just going to be, we're going to be run by machines. Technology is taking over, and it's only now that we're realizing it, and people think that it's just going to get overpacked. No, it's going to grow, and it's going to be something huge. I mean, when we stopped over at Singapore, I didn't have a lady that was like weighing my bag or my boarding pass. Everything was just like a machine, and that's when it hit me, and I'm like, holy crap, like, what is happening? We're all being replaced by these machines, and what's the one thing we can actually rely on? And that's actually the internet and learning how to use it, because we were never taught this back in school. So this is something huge, and it's going to grow. There's just going to be more and more and more people doing this.
But you do get stubborn people like my dad, who's just so old school, and he's like, I don't know how, he doesn't do anything. He's like, I don't know what you do. There's no interest in it. Doesn't want to know. So like, there's some people who stay. That's why you got to adapt to where the world's going. So
keep an open mind.
Yeah, have an open mind. Know that like the skills that you're learning are going to be valuable in time anyway. So it's insane, like how many people really, there's this massive gap between what we think that everyone should know right now and what people actually know. They don't know anything. Like, it's insane. So when we talk big figures because we understand we've got like that tiny bit of the market. That's why I've got people can do 10 million a month online, because they're just reaching more people. And like when we say like 10,000, 20, 50, 100, if we want to do 300, all we have to do is reach more people. And so we got to understand what kind of business model we're in. We've got a global audience. That's why everyone here can do it. You know, especially selling the products that we sell, they're transformational, and the more people you reach, the more you're going to get paid. You know, as Jay always says, you get paid for your value to society. You know, just reach more people, provide more value, leverage videos.
It's not hard to get access to information. Information's out there, tools, resources, everything. There's nothing stopping anyone anymore. You know,
that's very true. We have a question from Deb.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Good to see you. I kind of forgot my question. I've been getting so carried away with the conversation. No, I'm only joking. I just wanted to ask you, with Facebook ads, you know, when you're doing video ads, do you put a lot of text in also, or do you just try and keep the focus only on the video?
Well, because we actually 80% of our advertising on Facebook is to mobile phones. And if you look at, if you've ever been advertised to on a mobile phone, what usually happens is you're watching a video, right? And then immediately after that video, a video ad will come up. So I think a lot of times they don't even see the text.
Yeah, no, but
but we use the same text as
it's like we ask a question first. So are you ready for a lifestyle change? And then kind of give a little bit of a spiel, and then introduce, like, watch this video is going to be about. Yeah.
So you don't want to.
So that's in your text.
You don't want to like write a whole thing on the video. You actually want them to click on the video. There's something small, just saying what the video is about, and hope you guys enjoy it. We'd love to hear the feedback. Please watch it.
If you want more ideas, feel free. There are the ads out there in our Lifestyle by My Own Design page if you wanted to, you know, have a look at it yourself.
Oh, okay, cool. On your Facebook page, your ads are on there.
Lifestyle by My Own Design, the actual fan page.
Okay, cool.
Got our ads out there.
Thank
I
you.
no one sees the text, because I know video ads on a mobile, I never see the text unless I click on the ad or something like that.
Yeah, but we don't only advertise mobile.
But are you getting but you advertise 80% to mobile? Because okay,
cheaper leads,
and they convert. Still,
really?
They just take a bit longer to convert. But you think about it, everyone's on their mobile. Everyone, mobile or tablet. You just look.
See, if you were to do a mobile campaign, I suggest you do obviously like not that big of a text, considering the platform, like the actual mobile itself. But if it was a news feed, I recommend at least like writing a bit of a spiel,
Nice paragraph.
you know, kind of like getting them to actually relate to that first before actually watching the video.
Yeah.
It's good to.
And
It
do you
does,
find?
it does really help writing just a little bit on the video, because what's actually happened is I've had a broadcast that got sent out and our YouTube channel got banned, but because I actually wrote a little bit of value in my broadcast, they tried to click on the video and it wouldn't work, and I would get apps just from the small amount of value that I provided in the text.
Yeah.
So it's always good to provide something in the text.
Because the Facebook as well is a page post engagement campaign. We don't do a website conversion campaign. It's a page post. We would include the link on that.
Okay.
You know, status section.
Right. So for your mobile and desktop, both page post engagement.
We have a link there.
We just found it was
on the
cheaper.
description page. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We just found that page post engagement and video views campaign were cheaper than the website conversion. With a
But
video,
would you have to have. Okay. You don't need to already have quite a big list, like a lot of likes on your fan page for that to work. If you're getting organic reach with that.
it's all paid. But we don't. You know, it's all paid, but we don't actually advertise to our followers. We advertise to an audience.
So even though it's on your page, right? It goes to.
No, it's on our page. Cool. You can do a hidden post. It's like we use Power Editor for this, so you can either do hidden posts or you can choose a post that you've recently created on your page.
Yeah. Okay. Clear. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
No worries, Abby.
Hope that helps in any way.
To hear the South African accent.
Yeah. Sandrine, you don't remember me?
I do. That's why I said it's good to hear your South African
I
accent.
thought you said, I can hear the South African accent. I was like, Sandrine, I just speak.
Oh my gosh, I'm not that blonde.
All right. Thanks, guys. I thought maybe you were just sponsoring me. Bye.
Bye.
Debbie Turbot is one gorgeous lady.
I know.
Yeah, I know. She's awesome. We met her in Melbourne, wasn't it? It was in Melbourne. It was a great event.
I sat next to her.
It was so great to get to catch up with you, Debbie. You are awesome. We love you here. Well, we do.
Get your bit.
Well, I don't know if anyone's got anything else they want to ask before.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Howdy, guys. Great session tonight. You were talking about that tracking code, MT code. Is that part of Aweber? MT code equals, you were talking about it?
So end T equals, and then you write the actual whatever name you want to track it. So when you ever get a sales page, an SFM sales page, you copy that link. When you hyperlink a word on your email on Aweber, you would paste that link there and then add that code at the end, NT equals, and then that broadcast.
So you can just write like my broadcast on.
And if you want to see the tracking, you obviously go to the back office, go to my applications, and then the paid applications, and you'll see where the apps are coming from. So it will show the actual tracking name.
So at the end of the tracking, it will say exactly what you put in.
Yes.
It's and, not n.
Yeah, and. So the actual
the little and sign.
Yeah.
Oh, and. Okay, sorry, yeah.
I can type it down here if you guys,
Fantastic. That'd be great. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
And equals.
Okay, so you can grab any sales video in the back office and then put at the end of it and T equals and then my broadcast, whatever it is, and that'll show up.
Yeah.
That'll show up in my tracking stats, and if you get an application, you'll know that they came through that specific link.
So I'm just going to clarify. You're putting that on in the back office, or you're putting it?
And at the end of any link, like any sales page link, if you put that in, it's going to show up if they purchase through that link in your back office, whatever you write after and T equals. So you can write and T equals Meg's broadcast, and in the back office,
it will say Meg's broadcast.
For tracking, it will say Meg's broadcast.
So just make sure you add that
under your paid
code.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Sorry, you don't have to paste that into the tracking in your back office.
No, you don't. That comes automatically. Yeah, that comes automatically.
Yeah. Okay.
At
cool.
the end of every link.
Yeah, it's a good way. Like if you write a blog post, anything, any links to sales pages or application pages, put the and T equals and whatever it is that marketing was, so that, you know, every time you get an app, you're like, shit, that works.
At least you get to know what's actually working and what's not.
And that's how we use good ones for our autoresponders. By just knowing where it came from.
Cool.
Handy.
Fab. Such good information. You guys have a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure we could go on for a whole nother hour. Easy. But yeah, if no one's got any more questions and no one's got anything else, we can call it a night and we can keep chatting in Facebook, unless you guys can think of something else to add.
Just to say thank you. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
It's
It's so good to be back here and connecting with you all. It's great to see all your familiar faces.
It's actually been one of the funnest kind of live things so far. It's been great.
Just on that note, I'll tell you that Henry's back here in Sydney a week from today, and this recording will be watched by him as well. So thanks a lot.
No worries.
Henry.
Glad to help in any way.
You guys are
Yeah, thanks, guys. It's brilliant. Thank you so much. Great to see you.
No worries.
Good to see everyone.
Come and see me in Melbourne. We'll show you around.
Yes, we are going to Melbourne, so we'll definitely catch up there.
I know all the spots.
Oh,
Well, most,
good
I
to
mean.
know local.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to end off by just saying massive thank you for your time. And
thank you.
I'll have the recording up by morning. All going well with the internet.
Well, thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks,
It was
really good
so
job.
good.
Well done, guys.
My pleasure. And
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
All right.
social.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Good night, everyone.
Ciao.
Bye.
Dinner time.
Bedtime for us. Not quite yet. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.